Merry Christmas, Ebola. Okay, the YouTube live is up now, y'all. Be like people, I will give y'all a shortcut and I'll post it. Okay, so T is here. Mute myself. Let me turn the music off. All right, so if you want to be able to see my screen, you got to go over to YouTube. And once again, I put in my stories. I gotta put them here on TikTok too. But I put in my stories how I was so proud because we did our thing on YouTube yesterday, baby. Once again, I put in my story. Okay, let me put this here so when I'm working, I can easily see the comments. She said, very proud of you, the power of community and having an audience. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Okay. Um, is what Kira at? Kira, you over there? I know you here now too. But you the main one I want to I want to make sure you see it. I don't see her. Or at least if you don't comment, I don't know you there. I don't know you there. Because they don't tell you who watching like you're doing all the other ones. You really got me thinking about my niche, and I appreciate that. Thank you, Bowler. I appreciate you telling me that. I work hard. I work hard. Okay, Kira says she there. Okay. So the first thing I'm gonna show y'all is the difference in between I'm gonna do some Canva work too, so y'all can see that. So I'll put y'all right here. That's fair. And let me move this over. That way I can keep y'all there. And then I can put this right here just so I can make sure I can see. All right. Boom. Okay, so let me go and share my screen. All right, so any of y'all that want to preview an Empire, make sure you're on the YouTube side. I'm gonna keep this going just so y'all can hear me talk. They can hear me over there too. But this is where I'm showing stuff at is in my YouTube. Okay, so this is BPU Empire. Okay, so it's gonna actually look a tad bit different tomorrow because I'm finishing uploading some modules today. So like I don't think y'all will be able to see the whole dynasty, or I may leave it there and leave it locked. But these are the main modules. Lighting. So y'all see how you can see lighting, angles, captions, hashtags, series, stories, Instagram, TikTok, searchability, target audience, um, AI art, content ideas, how to go live, t-shirt content, card content, cooking and chef content. Um, now, okay, so here's where I gotta pause. So y'all see these modules down here, like the cooking and chef content, the nail shop and nail artistry content. These are locked modules, card content that you buy. So inside of Empire, it's like a mall. You got the stuff you come in here and you get when you buy it, which is lighting, angles, captions, hashtags, series, stories, Instagram, TikTok, searchability, target audience, AI art, um, content ideas, and how to go live. And there's going to be even some more t-shirt content. All of that stuff, content wise, you get. And in this first module, which I got to change the banner on, is going to be some stuff in here that talks to y'all about starting and being consistent with your content. Because, okay, stop sharing for a second. The epic center of all the content, y'all, is that you can't be too focused or hyper focused on a bunch of the what's. You have to just be doing it. So, like, if you don't have the muscles to do it and the consistency to do it, then it won't make sense. Does that make sense to everybody? Or it won't matter because you won't be able to continue to do it. So if you can't keep doing it, that's your number one problem. Like, even if you do it for a little bit, if you do it here, if you do it there, if you can't keep doing it, that's the problem. Put a 100 in the chat on whichever side you're on, if that makes sense. And so the next thing I got to show y'all, I'm gonna show you the 19 days. Is Britt here? Where Britt at? Britt, is Britt here? Britt really need to be here because this is what I've been telling her since she started Beat Life. All y'all who started Beat Life this week, I want you to see this. Let me look in the chat. Is Britt here? No. Because she's eager and she working. But in a way, any of y'all that's starting Beat Life, this is where you start. You come here and you do your routine. The reason, once again, the reason why your routine is so vitally important is because if you don't have a space in here for when you are creating the content, when you editing the content, when you create, when you edit, if you scheduling it to post, then it'll just go out. When you're doing engagement and when you're reviewing your analytics, real life question, not real life want y'all to answer. When do you know you getting better? You didn't check. When are you getting better? Because the only other thing you can know is you converting. So I got sales. Okay. But if you got one set of sales and there's more set of sales to come later, can you get those sales again? Does that make sense, y'all? If you got sales once, the consistency in your content helps you get sales again later. Y'all follow me? Even if you doing it once, if there's no schedule, there's no routine, there's no coaching, if you burn out and your sales came from your current content, then if you stop posting content, what you gonna do? Because the sales may stop. And then, okay, algorithms change and platforms change and people change. So how you gonna get your money back? How you gonna get your audience back jumping? That makes sense, everybody? So what I teach you, especially in consistency, helps you solve that. Turn this light down. It helps you solve that. Y'all getting it? Put it in the chat. Let me know if y'all getting it. My YouTube, my YT people, and my people on the talk. So this is why your routine is always first. If y'all ever wondered that, your routine is first. What you may be doing for a whole quarter is just making sure you following the routine. Now, in your routine, also in there, and here's where community come in at. So some of y'all have community, some of y'all don't. If you have community, your community helps your mindset. Y'all follow me? Mindset. Meaning some of y'all, you don't follow the routine because it's depressing to do it. How many of y'all that's true for? Put true in the chat. Put when you go to work on your business, what you mean when you say it's overwhelming, what you mean sometimes is it get a little depressing. Well, I asked this the other day, and a couple people was like, "Yeah, that's me." especially if you work on it by yourself, which is why we got to fix our co-working situation. I got to be honest. I got to get that out of my hands. And so when you go to work on your business and TikTok has spoiled us in this, y'all. When we go to work on our business, because we can connect with so many people in the TikTok world, because engagement is so fast, it's easier to go live, it's easier to sit in a live, it's easier to talk about it. Yes, it get boring too. So it can get depressing, it can get boring, or anxiety can be up. And that's why one of the things that I'm gonna be doing in Q1 is the areas of Beat Life. So you got to be a part of Beat Life to even know this exists. But we gonna have Beat Life Dallas, San Antonio, Austin, and Houston for sure. We're gonna have Beat Life North Carolina and South Carolina. So it's gonna be Beat Life Carolinas. I know that's 2 states, but it's a good few of them in each state, but not enough for them to have their own yet. So they go be networking and talking together, and some of them live right on that line. I know Virginia is close to, but I would do Beat Life DMV, but it's not as many of them as it used to be. But I'm probably still gonna do it. So DMV, and the only other one I do the ones that I know we got a lot of people. So like I thought about Chicago, but the Chicago people are really not that active. Same with the other places. You got Florida, but it's not so many of them active. But we know we're doing Texas. We know we're doing Raleigh. We know we're doing the Carolinas. And I'm thinking about doing Atlanta. We don't have as many people in Atlanta no more, but some of my top people are in Atlanta. In South Florida, same thing. I got to get some of them back active. So, yep. She said she in the DMV. Yeah, I got to do the DMV because Amanda's in the DMV. And then this is LC. Wait, let me see if I click on y'all name if it make a profile. Nope. But there's a couple of y'all in the DMV, so we're gonna do the DMV too. Is Naya still in here? What Naya at? Cause I be trying to remember. No, Naya's I think in South Carolina, if I'm not mistaken. I want to make sure we have that. But long story short, we're gonna do that so that y'all can meet up together and do fitness workouts. That y'all can meet up together and do well, we'll do some of the fitness stuff. Y'all ain't gotta do fitness stuff together, but you can. But we're gonna meet up together and do um 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 co-working days. So y'all will literally be able to come together in person, like on Saturday mornings. That's right, you is in DMV too. So yeah, we definitely gotta do DMV. So y'all will be able to come together and go to work with each other. You get what I'm saying? And that stuff helps a lot, y'all. That stuff helps a lot. So y'all can do libraries, coffee shops. I would say content spaces, co-working spaces, but they can be okay. Um, they can be expensive, but it's more for y'all to sit down. Let's do some stuff. Maybe it's hey y'all, we go all finish our routine when we come work together, and then we go talk about it. We'll help each other work through it. So we'll do routine, and then you do goals. You get what I'm saying? So mindset, y'all, mindset. As I was talking about, what we got to do is we got to understand when it comes to mindset, your mindset is literally based off sometimes your feelings, your emotions, your consistency. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, none like person to person. Right, Annette. None like person to person. So just putting that stuff out there to where it can be helpful to each of y'all. How many of y'all would like that? How many of y'all would love to be a part of something like that where you can be like, I'm not doing it alone? Because if that helps you get more done, then that's the stuff that I want to facilitate. You get what I'm saying? And I feel like I made my point across of where all of that is happening it. So it makes it even more beneficial for a person to be in Beat Life or get the Coach by Matt bundle, which you get Beat Life. You get what I'm saying? Because my thing is I want it to be effective, yo. I want whatever we doing, let's make it effective. Let's not just not have nothing. You get what I'm saying? And more people can be effective if we are in this thing and we doing it together. So like my recommendation is always to finish the worksheet, right? So let's keep this thing on track. Shout out to y'all that's just coming in, but we're talking about well, first I showed the difference in between BPU How to Sell and BPU Empire. BPU Empire is a content course which helps you with content, right? The last day for that sale is today because I have to take it down because I'm adding access to it tomorrow so people can be able to get in on the modules and the challenge. So I'm gonna have some stuff laid out for a content challenge in there as well. Okay. I need to see who wants to do the worksheet together before 2025. Dana is the one. Like when it come to you, JoJo, you and Dana need to tag team and rock it out. Because Dana's the most willing one. Because that's the other thing of it, y'all. Some people do be busy. Some people not in that place of commitment yet. Somebody put in the chat commitment. Like you just gotta commit. But Dana, if I had to pick a partner to grow with, like it would be Dana because she's most willing to do it. You get what I'm saying? Not that some of y'all not, but I just wanted to point out that's one of Dana's strong suits is that Dana is willing to do it knowing very little. And so that means you're around somebody who likes to grow. Some of y'all, your biggest hindrance this year, the thing that slowed you down was use around people who already did it, or already done it, or all like, and you wasn't sure if they did do it. Hey, Brittany, happy Christmas Eve. You wasn't sure. Like it's just like I like being around people. Like I like connecting with the people who've done it once or a few times out of the week because I don't like that anxiety of I gotta always, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes I don't be around the dogs that's bigger than me. I show up with them on game day. On game day. But I train with where you gotta practice with cats that's on your level. You gotta train with cats that's above your level. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta play with everybody. You get what I'm saying? Like anybody can get it. Y'all follow me? That's a shirt. She said, "You love me again." I ain't never stopped. Don't you talking about? You trying to pass that off on me? Mm-hmm. But yeah, like you gotta have that form of commitment though. You gotta. So I like people I can grow with. What do you feel like is the reason why most black businesses fail in 3 years? Oh, this good. Well, I would say first, and I can stop sharing. I'm gonna come back and we go do the 19. So I'm gonna answer some questions, and I'm gonna answer this question. If we don't have no more, then I'm gonna show the 19 days, right? And we gonna start breaking that down. And the other freebies that go along with it too, because they really all work together. But okay, and for those of y'all who don't have it, remember BPU How to Sell is $25 a day. Empire is 22. The $25 sale on BPU ends on the first where New Year's. And Empire, which teaches you content, ends tonight because, like I told y'all, I gotta turn the access off because I gotta let people in, but you can't let everybody in. And y'all not getting in the way you usually get in a course. You gonna have an email that just tell you click here and you in it. Some of y'all just gonna wake up and be in it because you already got that set up. But anyway, this is really good. Hey, Alyssa, and I want y'all to really listen to me because, like I said, if I'm gonna be here today, I might well share some real secrets. And a lot of stuff is not on the internet, or we don't go places to listen to this. So I get to dive into this from my executive seat, not just Coach Matt. I get to dive into this from learning business when I was an executive because each store, the way it was set up, was its own business. So I'm hopefully I can have 5 to 10 of y'all really appreciate this lesson I'm about to give you. So number one is not that most black businesses shut down within 3 years. Most businesses, period, don't make it within 3 years. Now I want y'all to type these in the comments so we can use this as kind of like a little list, right? The number one reason why most businesses shut down in 3 years is because they don't make it scalable. They don't make it scalable. So most of us, even are most digital marketers, which I told y'all, my mentorships this year was to help digital marketers become business owners, to learn business acumen, right? A lot of those people are still in business versus other people who not. Now, because it's social media, the facade is we can look at it and be like, well, we can't say they went out of business. If the way you did business was your doors being open when you posted on social media where people can buy, if you not on social media no more, that business closed. And I'm not finna act like it's still open because I don't know it's open. So in the first 3 years, if you don't make your business scalable, it's gonna close in 3 years. You don't have to know what's gonna go wrong. The membership that don't end, Tracy. But that that don't go like it don't matter what goes wrong. Something's going to go wrong within those 3 years that's going to wipe you out because you don't have no foundation and you don't have no insurance. Y'all follow me? I know some of y'all like, you got to make it a little plainer, but y'all follow me? She's always like, yeah, break it up. But in the first 3 years, if the business is not built to go past that, that's a threshold. You have to have enough insurances in your business where something can go wrong. That's number one. So to break down kind of what that looks like, okay, you can't be a month-to-month business. The reason why is because if you're a month-to-month business, and so this is where you unscalable. Let's say you're a month-to-month business. So let's say that business makes, on the YouTube side, y'all, I finna share a sheet so I can show y'all this. Because y'all here, so I might as well show y'all more, right? And we'll make this another freebie. Why businesses? The link to my YouTube, y'all, where I'm live at is in my bio. It's in my Lizzo and my Bizzo. And it's the same live, you know. Because I want to type this out and we can get the visuals. Because my YouTube people, they deserve it because they're there. And that's where my lives are going. So make sure y'all subscribe while you're there. That little button is right there. You guys are going to get the better half of the content here in the future. Okay. Let's say top 5. We may go past 5. So number 1, let's make this font bigger. Take it down to 20. So number 1, the business isn't scalable and it doesn't have any insurances. So I'm gonna break this down, right? So even when you say, oh, I got my side business, my online business, you get what I'm saying? If it's not insurance, it don't work. So the first level of that is, number 1 is if you're the only employee. Because if you get sick, the business is closed. Unless it's automated and yeah, pretty much unless it's automated. But no matter how much we yell about automations, some things you can't automate. Your banking relationship is not automated. Like you can get deeply automated, but it is hard to 100% automate a business. I can't stand when people lie about that. Like, yes, automated, but yes, put your systems in place. But no matter what, it's hard to make it 100%. Y'all feel me on that? Like it's just not, it don't work like that. Because even then, if something go wrong with the automations or the systems, who fix it? Y'all follow me? Please tell me y'all liking this. I know this kind of like the high tier stuff. But this for real, like, well, this year, this what went wrong for a lot of businesses. Like from before digital marketing, because there was a lot of Tumblr makers and people who did fashion, like Kira. When me and Kira first met, I met Kira from her fashion brand last year. You get what I'm saying? TikTok Shop was already taking out small businesses. You get what I'm saying? Wiping them out. It still is. We're seeing bigger business, small, big businesses. Party City. Who else is leaving? Big Lots just announced that they're leaving because we're going to one of these places rather than spreading it abroad. And we got so much stuff we ordering online. So that's a thing. You get what I'm saying? Y'all follow me? Like that's a real thing. You get what I'm saying? Like that's a real thing. So the first thing is it can't survive if it's unscalable. If the business isn't scalable and it don't have any insurances, that's the first thing. She said, "Hey, I knew you were the truth when I first lay eyes on you." Mm-hmm. Okay, hold on. So let me answer this. I took the time to scroll on TikTok the last few days, and honestly, it's been really interesting. Mm-hmm. And then she said, I asked because I own a $7 million brand and I have a difference of opinion. Okay. You got content about it yet? Because that's a good topic for you to put out there, and that's gonna be our easiest way to see it. But I would say number one is if it has only one employee, it's not scalable. That's kind of the obvious thing. Like it fails. Number one is gonna be based off that. You get what I'm saying? The business ain't scalable because it cannot grow. It cannot grow if you cannot scale it. So, like I say, my example of that is if you're the only employee, you get sick and it's over. You get what I'm saying? If I had to say number two is lack of knowledge. If I had to give a number two to why businesses, period, fail in the first three years, lack of knowledge. Because, and I'm gonna just put it simply here, you don't know what you don't know. And like your first one to this is secrets are, I don't even want to say secrets. How the operations of a successful business in your industry and market. So let me say that if you don't have um if you don't have how to operate, you in trouble. Like even from like I say, a small business, a content creator, you need to know what the framework look like of how you should operate. Because if you don't know how to operate, you don't know the stuff you supposed to do or not supposed to do. Point taken in this. You can't keep making all this money in the first 3 years and don't pay no taxes. In the first year, you may feel like you got away with it, but they recording it. The second year, you may feel like you got away with it, but they recording it. By the time that third year come, that's when they might be like, all right, we finna move on you. So now you gotta pay it back by a certain time, and it's too much. Y'all follow me? Everybody follow me in that? If you don't know, but you didn't know that. Or you may have been paying your taxes wrong. You get what I'm saying? You may have been using somebody to pay your taxes who wasn't paying your taxes. So the simple thing of what you don't know, your lack of knowledge is gonna get you. And sometimes it's even the smaller things. Like when I say seasons, you don't know not to spend all your money. You don't know that all of us, when we know in seasons where we up, what we do that other people didn't know, digital marketers didn't know this. We all take money and we put it back. We all take money, we pay bills ahead of time. Because if you month to month and you spending that money talking about luxury this, luxury that, and you using it. That's the bad part about using that in your marketing, is that if you don't know to rent that stuff and not buy that stuff, even when you got the money, you finna mess up. Think about this, right? Let's do the math on it, right? Let's do the math on it. YouTube, so I can see my calculator, right? All right. So let's say you like, I got to show luxury because my visuals convert, not just my information. So if your visuals convert and you live in a $5,000 penthouse, you get what I'm saying? High rise, something. You pay 12 months of that. You did that joint for a year. $60,000 of that is your lease. Okay. Now let's take a person who says, I live in a $500,000 spot. Not 500, I'm tripping. I live in a $2,000 spot. Let's go with the average. I looked this up the other day. For a year, that's $24,000, y'all. That's, my God, 60. The difference between 60 and 24 is $36,000. Now, let me show you what you do. If you rent an Airbnb that is luxury over the months where you know you peaking and make content, let's say even if you did it every month and you shot all that content in the first week of the month and then you let it go from there, let's even say 2 weekends. That's just an extra $1,000 at most, right? So now you spending $3,000 a month when it comes to living, because $1,000 of it is your business expense. You do that times 12, that's 36. You're still below that $60,000. Put brain blowing emojis in the chat if you like, oh, wait a minute. And then with the thing you got to understand, the $1,000 is a business expense. So that's money that you don't got to pay in taxes. So what you didn't know was you set this up all off your personal account. If you would have a business coach, I would have told you on this level, no, you go get your business structure. You got all that paperwork, go to the bank, get you a business bank account. Don't even use cash. Get a credit card. You can go, even if you don't have the credit in the business yet, whatever you finna spend, go get that and just put more money with it. So if you say, I know I'm gonna spend at least $1,000 a month on them expenses like that, take that $1,000 and go get a credit card that's at least $3,000. So go take $3,000 cash, tell them I want a security card, $3,000. Listen, and now you just spend $1,000 every month. So when that money come out of there, all you doing is just putting that money into the account, and your QuickBooks can do that. You get what I'm saying? Like, that joint go right in there. And now your business credit is constantly growing every month because you, once again, what I said is the way it's set up. Put a 100 in the chat if you just learned something you didn't know. If you just learned something you didn't know, put a 100 in the chat if you like, you know what? I didn't know that. And once again, so just like I said, that's why a lot of them fail. You didn't go get the knowledge. The knowledge is this year easier than it has ever been. So shout out to digital marketing because it pushed knowledge that we never knew. You get what I'm saying? Or that was hard to come across. That was mostly gatekept. Now it's still you still got to pick and choose. So you still got to develop your skill and you still got to develop your relationships and your network. Because even though it's out here, it ain't as easy as talking about neither. You still got to get in shape for it. Okay. If I had to say number three is lack of resources. So not only do you lack knowledge and you don't know what you don't know who you don't know. And this affects you most in banking, loans, funding, and vital information. Because people make friends. So if you don't network, it's somebody your competition might be funded and you not. So you trying to build everything you building off cash. We put that here too. Too much capital, which is AKA cash, being spent. So number one, your business ain't scalable. Number two is lack of knowledge. Number three, lack of resources. You ain't got no resources. Once again, you finna be out there by yourself. Lack of resources also is lack of community. Lack of coaching. Because all that stuff is a resource to your own business. You don't, it's the stuff you don't know. Y'all follow me? All right. If I had to give number four would be lack of marketing. Okay? Lack of marketing. If, how to create and maintain an audience. You have to know how to create and how to maintain an audience. I'm gonna tell you, I gotta try to give y'all this in math, right? And crazy, I'm giving y'all this much, but like I say, this add value to my YouTube, so I'm cool with it. But let me show y'all something. So let's say in your first year of business, you get 100 clients. Okay, that means you got 100 people to say yes. I need to do some call and responses. So y'all just type 100 in the chat. Just let me know y'all still rocking with me. I know some of y'all cooking and all that stuff for tomorrow, but I appreciate y'all. Shout out to my new people that came in on the TikTok side. We got Bill Clinton over here on YouTube. We got Bill Clinton. What Bill said? How can firms apply dynamic financial models to optimize capital allocation while managing exchange rate risk and regulatory uncertainty? Bill, that is above my pay grade, big dog. That's above my pay grade. And you kind of answered the question. Them questions I used to sit and them folks couldn't stand me because when they used to ask them questions, I said, well, you said the answer in it, right? You apply. Because he said, how can you apply for dynamic financial model? You apply. That's what you do. How can you apply? You apply. You find the application and apply. Or you hire somebody to do the applications. Okay. So let's say you have 100 people and you got 100 people to say yes. So that's 100 customers, right? Now, some of y'all don't know this. So Big Life people, how many times did I say a person should buy from you a year? They don't teach you this in digital marketing. I teach this though, okay? How many times should a person buy from you a year? Now, in between that, we got to do average order value. Okay? Average order value, I would say, is whatever you selling. So you got 100 customers. Let's say your average order value was $85, right? That's going to put you at, and your customer cost then is 85. So 100 customers. So that means you made $8,500. I'm doing realistic numbers from a small business perspective. Because some of y'all shoot too high and you don't know how to get there. At least 2 times, no, at least 4 times. Every customer you should buy from you each quarter. Now, it's not going to be every customer, but you want as many of them as possible, right? So how many times should a customer buy from you each in a year? The answer is 4. So that means I'm going to offer you something each season. So I may have one thing that I break down in levels of fours. Pay attention to this, Kira, because this was the thing I was thinking about with you the other day. You too, Britt. Britt, you still in here? I was calling your name a minute ago because I wanted you to see the Business Pro worksheet. Okay, she's still here. Listen. So listen. That means if 100 of them customers, now realistically, at a good conversion, you could get half, but you got to be really good at marketing to get half. You got to be a me. You get what I'm saying? If I got 100 customers, I'm at like a sometimes 70% people buy from me at least more than once. That percentage goes smaller as it goes to each section. So I'm gonna say 25%. And we call this, Shopify calls it this too, returning customer rate. So we know 25 is of them people, and 25 of 100 is in fours, right? So we know, okay, so that's 25 people that bought the other product from you the next time that you drop it, okay? So if I got 100 people that I got on my 85, 25 of them I need to buy the next thing that is probably, there's a couple different ways you can do this, but I'm gonna say that's 85 again, right? And it don't always have to be the same person. This is why we do this in percentages. Some of y'all finna be mind blown. So that's 2,125, right? I'm gonna tell y'all something that crazy. This is how you make money. If you can understand the money, if you can understand movement, people, and money, you're gonna make it because it all makes sense to you. You go put strategies together based off that. And somebody else, they ain't gonna tell you that because they're too busy selling to you. Because selling ain't teaching. So if it's 2,125, right? If I get 25% of my 100 to come back and buy for me every quarter, and I multiply that times 4, look at that. Y'all see that? That's another $8,500. And that's how you double what you make. The first time, when most people come to me, the reason why, if they're in shape, meaning they can run the business, and they can, which puts you at 17,000, and they can do, if they can do all the stuff that I'm instructing them to do on top of having their own will and their own creative to keep going, you can go from 8,500 to 7,500. And it's just what you know 17,000. I'm sorry, 17,000. And it's just what you know you make in a year. How many of y'all impressed? So this is at side hustle level. This is 100 customers saying yes at 85. Now your marketing. So let me show y'all something. If you only close to 100 people, we just got to convert. We either got to grow your audience, which is what we teach you to do in content. So if we say we want to go from 100 yeses to we want to go to 1,000 yeses, right? So if we say, okay, now we don't listen. This finna mess some of y'all up. I'm surprised some of y'all ain't impressed. 1,000 yeses at the same $85, you don't have to change it. It's $85,000. That's your whole work. And then you got to remember, so how you got 85,000 now, you got to remember, if you can get 25% of that to do that again, that's another 85,000, right? 85,000 and 85,000 is 170,000. So your difference, so some of y'all, what you need me for is to figure out how to go from 100 to 1,000. The reason why I'm some people's easy pick is really two reasons. Hey, Bree, one is content. My content is better than other people. So my proof, you put me in the market, I can prove it quicker than somebody else because of the way I create. But my skill set, like what I'm showing y'all right now, it comes from my expertise. This is not an ebook. I didn't get this from an ebook. I didn't get this from YouTube. I did watch a lot of YouTube. I had to do this for a job. And this was on a spreadsheet. And it was way bigger than this. Because guess what? This was one store. So somebody say, break that down, man. I had to go to a store, and maybe this store is in Chicago, and it gets 100 yeses. I have to give it 1,000. Listen, how I knew to go from 100 to 1,000, even that's not magic. I was trained in it. Come on, somebody. This is why I tell y'all, if you go back to the stuff I was just saying, coaching, community, listen, and you being committed and consistent, it's all math. Your biggest problem is you being able to do it. Come on, Ms. V, I had to do it because that's what they taught me to do. And even if, because it's corporate, they give you the instructions, you got to do the rest because the competition that you're going against, everybody get 1,000 yeses. So you might become number one because you got 1,100 yeses. And you got to figure out how to do it without working essentially harder. You want to know why? Because everybody can't work over 80 hours in 2 weeks. So how do you figure it out? You had to come up with a strategy. Man, I'm cooking up in here. My uncle would say I'm preaching harder than y'all saying amen. That is business. That is the part of marketing that most people are not fortunate to, or they never come across it. There's burger joints, and we think every corporation knows this. They don't. Like, it's not automatic. You don't start a corporation because you got a bunch of funding and you automatically got the right marketing person. You may have a marketing person that was a genius, the game changed, and now your stuff suck. That's how you can have big businesses like Big Lots go out of business. That's marketing and operations, y'all. Marketing and operations. The operations person didn't know what new products to go put in the store to make the store keep its value. So all you got to do is decrease foot traffic. Online, increasing in your traffic is nothing more than content. With brick and mortar stores, that's called marketing. It's solid marketing. How can I get people to say I gotta go to Big Lots? Otherwise, just over time, less people will go. And it's not even based off if it's not working for you. Somebody say, how, Matt? If your Big Lots is built off location, 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 which is business school, old, outdated marketing. If somebody puts a Dollar General in the neighborhood across from yours, you instantly lose some people just off of location, location, location. So yeah, I got to start by location, location, location. But if I don't have marketing to make you say, this is my place, but why? Which once again, if we date it back to where we are now, whether you do a service, whether you sell a product, whether you sell clothes, whether you sell a digital product, what reason do people have to say yes to you and not to them? And you can't wait for them to mess up. What you got that they don't have? What do you have that's a better option? And it can't always be a discount. It can't always be you lowered your price. It can't be stuff in theory. It has to be what the people say. It don't matter what you say. Do they want to be here? It's the difference. Even when Sprint was losing, when they was going out of business, how I stayed in the top percentile of their executives even before we turned into T-Mobile, you know what I did? I promoted the benefits. You get Hulu for free. When back then, you get Tidal for free. You get AAA. I went in stores and I made them memorize. I made them print the sheet out and put it on little sliding trays in front of them that told them all the benefits. And on one side, it had questions to ask them. On the other side, it had benefits. Because different customers, different benefits. So if a customer had multiple cars, we might start a conversation about car insurance while we putting their information in. This person said, but for his car insurance, he had to pay, man, shoot, like me, my old car insurance I just cut, it went up to $800, and then they were trying to raise it to 12. So what I figured out was we had this little device that cost you $10 a month. Thank you, Bill. Bill said you're a good communicator. Yeah, you take that little device, take it to an insurance company, tell them that you got it. They'll lower the insurance for you, sometimes by half. And if you registered, we gave you free AAA. People just didn't know that because nobody told you. But every year, Sprint, T-Mobile, AT&T, they got these benefits they buy into. Some of y'all jobs got it. You just don't know it's there. They got these benefits they buy into that you can use. They got free dental for like one visit and stuff like that. If you go into the dentist, I learned you need to go more than once a year. But if you go once a year, your copay might can get paid for because you had this on your insurance or on this or on that you could use. Once again, what was number 3? I think lack of knowledge, right? So we were selling people by giving them knowledge, and it made them stay. So it was harder for a person to say, I don't want to be with y'all no more, or I don't want to come join with y'all. We gave more benefits. We knew AT&T in our areas had the best network. We knew Verizon had the best name. They were big dogs. You get what I'm saying? Even if they network wasn't crazy like talking about, they was the oldest one. So we know Verizon go get their money because they the brand. AT&T go have a great network. You get what I'm saying? Booming network, and they was big in the internet space because AT&T was an internet company before it became a phone company. So as T-Mobile wasn't really competition like that. You just had to outwork them until we pieced it together. And Sprint, and then later T-Mobile, how we had to do it was I had to give you benefits. And even in our accessories, we controlled our own accessories. So I always I would find the best accessory deals, or I would go get, y'all really want to know? Y'all want to know why I tell y'all sell niche products? You want to know how I used to outsell people who could sell better than me and who had better traffic than me? I sold all the old phones. Because people, y'all with shiny object syndrome, not only do you have shiny object syndrome for you, you have it when you're trying to sell. So you keep trying to sell the $500. You keep trying to sell, shout out to all these people, but I'm going to use some names. You keep trying to sell SWC, which is great that you're getting more for your one sale. Your problem is you missed 90 people to get to one person who could buy or who was willing to spend $500 that day. I'm going to make a funnel, and I'm going to get everybody to buy the $25. So I'm going to get 90. This the math. And this sometimes really how this goes. So by the time you got from 90 people, you got one $500 sale. I'm going to take 90 people and I'm going to say, I got this $25 version of this. I made $2,250 for my 90 people. You made $500. Because I took one piece of that knowledge that's in there and I gave you the simplified version of it, which likely is a problem solver. Y'all follow me? Everybody put a 100 in the chat if you like, oh, I'm learning. Businesses fail in the first 3 years because they do not know that. They don't know how to do that. Marketing is not only a skill, well, sales is a skill set. You get what I'm saying? Marketing might as well be too. And number 5 is lack of sales. Your lack of sales likely comes from a bad sales process, which also can contribute to, hey, Shanice, I asked about you the other day. I said, if y'all seen Shanice, I'm about to call her. Then I seen it showed me on the little thing you was on live a few minutes ago. I said, Credit Base said, now I've seen a couple days ago. I said, okay. I said, I'm trying to keep all my people on the up and up now. I'm trying to keep, she said, I'm here running it up. You know me, right. So number 5, y'all, lack of sales, bad sales process. If you have a bad sales process, and this can be your automation or the system you use, how quickly can you get the sale? So this is the difference in between how many clicks. So if it's a system or a funnel, this can be how many clicks. This can be messaging. So what the seller's saying is not the same thing as what people go to look for. So for instance, like me and B the other day, we cleaned up her store and we changed up some messaging in some categories. Because let me tell y'all something. How many of y'all have went to a website to buy something, but you didn't buy it because you couldn't find it? Especially fashion stuff. Now we kind of better at it, but for a long time, y'all, if it would just go to my website, that's why I tell y'all don't discount the whole website. Tell them what to go buy. Because if I go to your website and the thing that you promoted is not on the front page, that's another click and another click and another click. I done got distracted by now on my attention span, or by that time I decided that I ain't want it no more. That's a lot of sales that you get from people buying off impulse. So when systems, how many clicks how many clicks do they have to do? If they got to click on your bio, then they got to click the link, your page, and they got to click the link. By the time they get there, they need to see it. So like if I'm promoting sometimes I'll move it up. You get what I'm saying? And my messaging also has to be to that thing. So sales is, does the message match what you sold it for? You get what I'm saying? And then the last one is experience. So people come back and buy when they have a great experience. How well did you give them people what they needed? This also chooses in between, I'm gonna put this here, product. What product are you selling? You got to sell, just like in digital marketing, you have to sell either a desirable or reasonable product. So DBA, desirable. SWC, desirable. DWA, desirable. UBC, desirable. You get what I'm saying? But then you have a product you can put in a different market, and you can say, okay, if I want to sell BPU, that's more of a more sustainable product. That's more of a substance product. So it's like, listen, you got to sell that based off what you get, not popularity. So you got to be able to sell it because you ain't going to get the popular vote. But the function and how it work, oh yeah, you going to get way more of that. You get what I'm saying? Empire, same way. So you have lower price stuff like that. You got high price stuff like that. Everybody ain't going to be good at content. So if you already know that, you got to sell that high. That's why that joint $1,200. Y'all feel me? Y'all figure, put a 100 in chat if you like. You talk today, boy. You put some stank on it today. I like to say I do every day. Yeah, y'all. So for those of y'all who were just joining, we did top 5 reasons why businesses fail in the first 3 years. Number 1 is the business isn't scalable. Number 2 is it lacks knowledge. The business owner lacks knowledge. Number 3, the business lacks resources. Number 4, the business lacks marketing. Number 5, the business lacks sales. In the first 3 years, that's it right there. That's it right there. I think the lady that asked me, she might not even be in here no more. She said she made $7 million from something. I don't know if Sis thought that was gonna be a great distraction. Let me see. I ain't saying she didn't make it neither. She don't follow me neither. She said she was scrolling. She said, I'm not a business guru. I'm not a business coach or like guru. I'm actually a guy. Oh, my bad. It says a guy. I'm actually a guy as well, but I help business owners for free. Um, I asked because I myself own a $7 million brand, and I have a difference of opinion. Mm, sounds great. Um, my other thing that I wanted to show y'all, and we'll finish up on TikTok because I got some people on YouTube getting the visuals. Thank y'all. Let's see. And if y'all got questions today, today's a great day to ask your questions. Um, this is a great way also that I build my freebies. So like I can come here and I can put the video. Um, how many of y'all that was a lot of knowledge that you didn't know before I just shared it? Carrie said yes. I definitely didn't know that. Thank you. What do you do if you sold out of your products and it takes months to get a new batch? Ooh, that was tough. So, but number one, you got to look for a different vendor. Like you can't take the punishment of having a bad vendor. You get what I'm saying? You go have to go get a different vendor. So I actually had a client that went through that and that happened to, and she ended up quitting the business. She just took the rest of the money and she left and went and got into real estate. But you got to find another vendor. So um if that's in theory, hopefully that'll never happen to you because that'd be crazy. But if that actually happened to you, I need you searching for a new vendor right now. Right now. Because we can't be running out of inventory, and that's a vendor problem. And businesses do close because of that too. If you can't get no more of it, and that's what you built the business off of, that usually be a unfortunate circumstance. You know, they usually be a highly unfortunate circumstance. Bo said learn a lot. I want y'all to put in the chat for me. What's the thing that stuck out to y'all the most so far? What stuck out to y'all the most so far? I need to start giving these to say okay. What's the thing stuck out to y'all the most so far? Uh Most businesses fail because of lack of knowledge. Yeah, Patrice, that's big. Let me see on the YouTube side. What y'all say? What's the thing that stuck out to y'all the most so far? How to generate more sales? Yeah. That's why a thing I'm teaching in Beat Life right now is you're either growing your audience or making an offer. So we're simplifying the offer while I'm teaching how to be in shape enough as a business owner and how to be consistent enough to post the content and do the marketing and the networking to grow the audience, right? And it's something you have to have the business pro worksheet for because you have to have that reminder that this is what I'm here to do. Like, once again, when you go after the money too fast, uh, your one mistake that you can make is you ain't got enough of an audience. Like some of y'all, even you, Kira, this is a good one for you. Kira, you're not doing what you're doing wrong. Like you're doing right. You just may not have built the audience. And social media has always been like a gap for you, which is where when a person's social media won't hit, either they messaging need to change, the type of content may also need to change. But I also keep in mind that if them two don't work, they need to collab. They need to have somebody who they work with who gives traffic to their name. So you got to find somebody who needs what you contribute to and what you do, and they need you so well, they'll share the platform with you. So it's like y'all ever notice why people with hot hands and stuff, why they share that? So for instance, hot rappers would collaborate with hot rappers. So you know what I'm saying? And if a group of y'all can stay hot long enough, y'all can feel like y'all running the game. That makes sense. Cause we keep coming back together. Like, so, like, it's boys in Atlanta do that all the time. They the best at it. You get what I'm saying? They will keep sharing each other. Your audience dry up. You need a new audience. Oh, I'm hot. Come on, come do this with me. You need that? Come on, come do this with me. Oh, you need this? Come and it just keeps growing because it's in a circle. You get what I'm saying? And everybody do something different. So that's a power. So when we were telling y'all about going live together, that's for real how we did it. You had, let me see, because like first you had me, and then I got with Connie. And Connie taught SEO. So I was coaching Connie. I got Connie money up because I taught money. Connie taught SEO. So I was talking sales and marketing. Connie talking SEO. Then it was Trish. So then Trish was doing websites at the time and making sure your website converted stuff. Then Trish had Ursula. And then it was me and Ursula. And Ursula was teaching content. And then it was Doc. And then Doc Barty and the Crafters. And she ultimately she taught engagement. You get what I'm saying? And then like as B group, she taught finance. You had Credit Bay came in, taught Credit Bay. So, and the thing about me was I kept the hot hand to keep bringing people in. So I was kind of like the person, I was the most consistent out of us. And then next to me was Ursula. So we always, and then we had the boot camp together so people could come in and come with us together. And to be honest, we would have stayed hotter if everybody would have stayed on the mission. But it don't always work out like that. And people go through different things in life. But how we really, even me now, if y'all be like, well, how you continue to stay to be one now? Because the things I just showed y'all on that other sheet, I had the most training. Like, do I got that dog in me? Yeah, but I'm not going to tell y'all my people don't got that dog in them. I had the most training and I listened to them and I listened and I studied the most. So over time, because of routine, I had the most stability. You get what I'm saying? So I didn't have to change nothing. And I don't. Even if I invited a new audience like digital marketers, I never went out there and said, I'm a digital marketing coach. I allow digital marketers to come get a business coach. Even if I would have said I was a digital marketing coach, I would have made a lot more money. But guess what? I got experience. I've already seen people pivot, lose their legacy clientele, get what's out there today, and then they just got to pivot again and pivot again and pivot again. And what that do, that puts you at danger because you controlling the pivot. You can't automate pivoting. Come on, somebody. I'm teaching y'all today. That's why you got to do business. I already had a brand. Before digital marketing, I already had a name. Before digital marketing, I already had a theme, a brand, all of that. So I push that. And when I need more of an audience, I go into other rooms and I bring that. I bring my raw. I bring my realness. I bring my fashion. I bring my bow legs. I bring my hats. You get what I'm saying? I bring merch. You get what I'm saying? So I know where my pillars are. So like Shanae, and that's what I teach my people. Shanae's going to be able to go in any room and be able to be like, okay, I add value because I do this. So you gonna be able to keep getting an audience of people who can find what you need because you already got it. Come on, man. Y'all gotta feel me in this thing. Now I'm teaching you this. That's why I tell you, you gotta develop you. You gotta, if you develop you and you have that specific, especially if you got an audience you bring because you feed that type of audience. Like I told y'all how Tracy can feed an older audience. Annette can feed self-care for an older audience. You got something ain't nobody got. You got something that you bring that we ain't got. So if you got that and you got, I got 100 of them today, but I'm gonna keep going because if I got 100 of them, if I keep going, I'm gonna end up with 1,000, and I'm gonna work all the game to get 1,000. Then I'm gonna get 2,000. Then I'm gonna get 3,000. Then I'm gonna get 4,000. And if I and when I got them, when I got them, now I got it. It gonna cost you to advertise to the people I got. Y'all follow me? It gonna cost you to sell to the people I got. It gonna cost you to use me and my message to connect with the people. That's how you get paid for speaking. If I'm somebody to a certain audience in the business world, they gonna pick up the phone and say, "Oh, we gotta call Matt." Why? Because Matt connects with middle-aged business owners. Matt connects with solopreneurs. So you put him on the fly, folk gonna be like, "Yeah, I gotta go see bro." Why? You know that's him. Like he owns Juice and Style. He owns Matt from Mississippi. So what's your story that would allow me in a year from now to put you on a stage and I know you go bring your people? Everybody put that in the chat. She said that's the power of a brand, which is why you teaching us to build a brand instead of building on a trend. Yes, you can make, there you go, right. You can make money from a trend. You can make money from a trend, but your brand, the people got to come across and get your brand one way or another. And your brand got to have the right message. It got to have the right message. The gratitude. You can't build a brand that ain't got the right message. And then just to put this out there, because I know this work for a lot of y'all, you can't watch everybody else because everybody else may not be on your mission or your wave. It's learning different things take different timing. Kira got things she got to learn. She's only going to learn that in her timing. Brittany got stuff she got to learn. She only going to learn that in her timing. But they don't do the same thing. And they both fashionable creators. Both of them fly. Both of them be putting it on. Both of them ain't gonna step out looking good. They gonna look good. But Brittany presents better like a news reporter. You get what I'm saying? Kira presents better in motivation. Two different spaces. They go attract two different audiences. Get what I can do? I can put them next to each other for a period of time, and it's going to intensify that thing, and they go grow. But what they got to understand is Brittany got to keep pulling in people who attached to her. Kira got to keep pulling in people who attached to her, whether they bought or not. The goal is to get people, and then a portion of the people go buy from you. That's how you stay in business. All y'all don't buy from me. Now I complain about it. Just complain about it. Because that's what I do. Because you ain't gonna be over here just learning from me. You don't buy nothing over here. You know? I'm gonna complain about it, but everybody don't buy from me. But that's okay. And that's my fault if I haven't pushed my YouTube. That's my fault if I haven't pushed my podcast. You get what I'm saying? Because over there, the listeners get you the money. And they ain't got to buy nothing, they just got to listen. They got to watch. Because everything is paid in watch time. Y'all follow me? Because the platform already got its own advertising. That's where TikTok went wrong at, to be honest. Like you making money advertising through my content, and you want to pay me less than pennies on the dollars. I'm not, I don't know. Y'all feel me? Y'all feel me? I know you do. All right. So TikTok game plan, I want to run through this real quick. The TikTok band game plan, number one, you gotta watch the video. So Kira, did you click and watch the video already? If you watch the video, it explains most of this. So I'm not gonna go through the whole explanation, but you see the questions, you gotta answer these questions and plug it into your AI. It didn't work. What? So I might need to send the video out again. Shoot, I just clicked on it and it worked. Okay. So I'm gonna send you the video. Message me on IG. I'm gonna send you the link directly to the video. We'll see if we can get it working for you that way. But y'all see these questions? So these questions are meant. So this one is after the AI one, just in case y'all don't know. So for those of y'all who didn't see it yet, let me show you. Now I am gonna have an email that explains this again. If you set up your AI. Once again, that's why y'all got to be in Beat Life. This one sets up your AI. So most of y'all AI, like your ChatGPT, not set up. That's why this one is short. After you set this up, you come here and you answer these questions first. Then you feed that information to your AI. At the end of it, you're going to get a 19-day TikTok ban challenge, which just helps you create content for 19 days. So mine's, as I give y'all an example, and I'm gonna break it down, and this will kind of help y'all. I'm going to do a YouTube every day for 19 days. All of the content is SEO, meaning it's searchable. So I'm gonna also be getting traffic from being found in the right searches. So building a business plan that works in 2025. The power of email marketing and automations in 2025. How to build a sustainable personal brand in 2025. So I'm putting out 19 pieces of content to make myself searchable based on my niche. Y'all follow me? Put a 100 in the chat if you get that. Your version of that is as you fed your AI, your niche, and what you're doing and your goals, it's going to spit out what people is searching for based on your brand and your niche. Okay, based on your brand and your niche, the same way mine is. You're gonna make that content, right? And you go post it. If you can make it and automate it the best you can, you might have to do a couple days at a time, a couple weeks at a time, whatever. You do that. Now, in my email, what I'm going to do is in my email, I'm going to have, hey, you guys, I'm going to give away in my email a free conference ticket every day. Conferences in Houston. It's a 4-day event. Give away a ticket every day. Yep, every day. All you got to do is open my email and watch the YouTube. And I'm going to announce it, who's the winner, every day. And my email does this by itself. I mean, my AI, Jarvis, he does that by himself. He's going to pick the person, everything. All I got to do is refeed him the information over and over and over again. So the goal through the 19 days is, number one, I'm going to have promoted my conference. I'm going to have converted people from my, I'm going to be on converted people from my short form content to my long form content. They still gonna be there. So if TikTok don't leave, they still there. It's gonna also be on IG. So that's the missing part. That is you gotta have a short form version that promotes this too. And my email. So I'm taking email people, short form, long form, all those people, and I'm pushing them to my YouTube and giving them value every day. And in exchange, I'm doing 19 tickets. Now, at the end of this, I'm closer than y'all are. My goal is to be monetized on YouTube. So it's a great plan. And it's not just great for me, but it's great for y'all as well, because the epicenter of it is 19 days until from January to the 19th, you got 19 days until TikTok get banned. Even if it don't get banned, why not benefit from it? So it's like building a bridge. Okay. All right, YouTube people, thank y'all. Let's end this so it won't be too long. I'm gonna start making me some covers and put on these. But even now, like it's 22 of y'all here and there's 14 people there. My goal is to get people to enjoy my YouTube. You get what I'm saying? And I'm getting my watch hours up. And I'm making freebies when I do my live. So that's gonna be another way that I let everybody know when to go over is I'm gonna be live. I'm gonna do it just like I usually do it. I'm gonna say, all right, y'all, 1:30, I'm gonna be live on TikTok Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And guess what I'm gonna do? At 2 p.m., I'm gonna leave and I'm gonna go to YouTube. I'm gonna say, all right, y'all, I'm going to YouTube. Cut it off. So that makes my following here already go there. And as they're subscribing, they're getting the videos. They on the email list, they're getting the videos. So yeah. All right. Let me turn the YouTube off. All right, we're gonna do like 10 more minutes on TikTok. Make sure I answer questions. Then I'm off of this thing. I said I want to eat me some wings, but I didn't get none to cook. So I